started. That chip about to go up. More dry ass leaves.
That's funny.
What's up, guys? I'm just gonna give a little update on the car. Went to Mid-Pond over the weekend, Alabama. Car did great, no problems. I got a few more videos I'm gonna put out of actually getting the car done and back together, going to the tuner and getting it tuned. But only mishap we actually had over the weekend was the fuel pump. I never had the tank or pump, none of that out. But it's got a fuel cell in the back. The fuel pump actually come off the hose that's holding it on. There's just like a little 1 inch, 2 inch piece of hose with clamps, and the clamps come loose. But other than that, that's the only thing that actually happened. There's I mean, it was pretty warm over the weekend. I think it got at like 70, 72 degrees. But there was a lot of cars having issues with coolant problems. There was like 2 or 3 cars pouring antifreeze out, which I know you're not even supposed to have antifreeze when you drip, but one car had antifreeze in it. But this car, the G35, had no problems whatsoever. Never got over 190. It's got a stock thermostat that's got a few holes drilled in it. It's done by another guy that was supposed to put it in before, and then I took over and got it going for him. But got it, never got over 190. Coolant fans are run by the factory computer, as I've stated in other videos. But fans hardly ever come on, only when it needed it. Car run great. Guess we'll yeah, no, I was talking to Caleb Quanbeck. He's another YouTuber that I watch. I seen where he was talking about his coolant system on his car, how he was going to plumb it. I know a lot of people have a lot of problem with coolant issues, but like I told him, this thing never got over 190. We were basically, if you ever, I'm sure you'll see pictures of Mid-Pond whenever I post a video, or you might even know what it is. Basically, it's like a big ass go-kart track. It used to be, but I'm pretty sure somebody got killed there a long time ago and they shut it down. But now they're using it as a drift course, and I think road racing sometimes. Pretty cool place, really cool. Basically, it was letting you go out and hot lap as much as you could. This car would go through a set of tires every 5 to 6 laps. So basically, beating the shit out of it for 5 to 6 laps. Never had a coolant issue whatsoever. The coolant system works great on this car. I know I've talked about this before, but Canton expansion tank. It's very awesome. Got a CNR radiator in it. As you see, we fill it here. And this hose right here is a suction. That's a feed. Pretty much that would be pushing coolant to the radiator. As I've said, right in here, there's a wall. The thermostat seals to it, but there's holes in the thermostat to allow coolant to come. Pretty much there's a passageway on the back side of the pump. When it comes out of the block, it feeds down, feeds out of this. But where I got the coolant temp sensor is, it's reading the coolant temp straight out the block before it's cooled down. So we know exactly how hot the block is. Basically, it's coming through here, going back into here, and just feeding back, recirculating through. So that works great. And right here, basically, we have a gutted cap. I took a stock cap and just cut the end off of it, just enough to let that seal, keep it shut. Water is able to go through here. Whenever the tank, radiator is pressurized, or just pumping water with the water pump, water's coming through here, right into the expansion tank. Always filling this expansion tank, because when the car's running, it's always sucking the water out of the tank here, and it's recirculating back through right here. Then you see the steam port. It's a pretty nice steam tube. Pushing through here, comes around, goes right into the bottom down here. Yeah, right here. So basically, water always flowing through them lines. If a hot pocket or a steam pocket ever tries to form in the radiator, it's always going to come at the highest point. and then it's just getting fed right back into there because it's pressurized. And then if this is pretty much, it's got a 27 to 29 pound cap, so if any coolant has to go out, I got it hooked up there. It comes around and it's on the back side here. It goes all the way around to the catch can. It didn't push really nothing there. It's very minor stuff. But as hard as he was beating on the car, I'm surprised it didn't run hot. Like 5 or 6 laps of nothing but linking the track was pretty damn cool. Setup, like, it works very good. It's not, I mean, it's a pretty big radiator. I mean, what Caleb has is a Mishimoto radiator with the Mishimoto fans. This car also has Mishimoto fans. If you've ever heard of mid pond, some people call it mud pond because it was pretty damn wet out there. And he had a few mud holes here and there. You know, there's mud inside the headlight. But yeah, Caleb told me to shoot a video and show him how I got it set up. So I figured I'd shoot it and just kind of get a good idea of how it is. Let you know that it really works great. I'm very happy with it. Joey's very happy with it. It was a 6-hour trip. He drove down. I drove like 4 hours back. We left on Sunday night. He was really happy with the car. Well, guess that's it. Figured I'd give you the update on it, let you know how it done, and can't wait for the next event to see what it really does. One of the local tracks, Myrtle Beach, that's one of our closer tracks we go to. It's about 3 hours away. But I plan on hitting Florida track, OSW a few times this year. We're going to do Lanier Speedway. Alright, well, appreciate you watching. Caleb, holler at me if you need anything, any info. Glad to help. You know, anybody needs any kind of info. If I'm able to provide info to anybody, I'm more than happy to help anybody. Alright, guys.